Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Let's get in some front page news. All right, now let's start off with some Major League Baseball, some sports. The Dodgers beat the Brewers last night 5-1, and tonight the Toronto Blue Jays play the Seattle Mariners at Game 3. That happens at 8 o'clock. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, Envy. Jess, Charlamagne, how y'all doing this morning?
Hey, Peace, Mimi. Blessed, black, and highly favored. How are you?
Good, thank you. So we start this morning in Washington, where we are now in day 15 of the government shutdown, and there's still no deal in sight. Now, lawmakers yesterday, they tried for the 8th time to pass a bill to reopen the government, but it failed again. That vote was 49-45. It needs 60 votes to advance. That means hundreds of thousands of federal workers will remain without pay as the shutdown heads into its 3rd week and frustration grows on both sides of the aisle. Meanwhile, over at the Pentagon, another battle is brewing. Several major outlets are expected to turn in their press badges today. This comes after the Defense Department rolled out a new media policy. Now, under the new rules, reporters who cover the military would have to sign an agreement promising to follow strict guidelines set by the Pentagon. And that includes getting stories pre-approved before publishing anything that hasn't been cleared by defense officials, even if the information is not classified. Now, if a journalist breaks that rule, the Pentagon could pull their press pass and bar them from entering the building. And this is not the first time the administration has been accused of trying to silence the press. Here's what President Trump had to say in the past about media coverage. Let's listen to that.
I'm a very strong person for free speech, but 97, 94, 95, 96% of the people are against me in the sense of the newscasts are against me. The stories are they said 97% bad. So they gave me 97. They'll take a great story and they'll make it bad. See, I think that's really illegal, personally.
Well,
I don't see why he wants to stifle folks' free speech. If there's defamation and slander, then you just file a lawsuit. But if a person just has a negative opinion about you for whatever reason, you either allow them to have that opinion, or you do things to make them have a better opinion. And having a government shutdown is not going to make people have a great opinion about you right now.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
Putting military in other people's city ain't going to have people have a great opinion of you right now. Sorry, Mimi.
No, you're okay, Charlamagne. You're right, though. But I think with this, a lot of this is about facts. So if you're a journalist and you're reporting, you're just reporting the facts. You may not like the facts, and so therefore you feel like it's negative coverage, right? So I think that's kind of what he's saying. But ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN, and Fox News, they've all refused to sign before the deadline, which was 5 p.m. yesterday. They say the policy gives too much power to the government and makes it harder to hold military leaders accountable. So far, only one outlet has signed on, which is One American News Network, which is a right-wing right-wing cable outlet that has generally been supportive of President Trump and his administration. Everyone else, from major newspapers to wire services, they are walking away. So we will continue to watch what that looks like. And today is October 15th, so if you filed for an extension, your taxes are due by midnight tonight. Now, even though the government is shut down, the IRS wants you to know that you still have to pay Uncle Sam. And this applies to about 20 million Americans who asked for more time to file their taxes earlier this year. But the agency says the shutdown does not change your tax responsibilities. If you owe, you still owe. So most IRS offices are closed right now, with about half of the workers furloughed.
That's crazy.
But essential staff are still processing returns and keeping online services running. There are a few exceptions for people hit by natural disasters. Some people in Arkansas, Tennessee, parts of California, Kentucky, and West Virginia, they have until November 3rd to file. But for everyone else, if you miss tonight's deadline, you could face penalties of up to 25%.
How is America going to act like it's business as usual when the business is closed?
It's just wild. Like, America's a joke at this point, yo. That's crazy.
Well, not even that. I want you to think about it. They're saying that you might not get your refund as fast because the government is shut down. But if you owe them and you got to file your taxes, they want it regardless if the government is shut down. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, I really couldn't sleep at night if I was a politician knowing that we are playing politics with people's lives. Like, it's October 15th, and the bill collectors are not giving anybody no grace. The IRS not giving anybody no grace. And I was reading a study. It's like between 50 to 67% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. So at a time like this, 50 to 67% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So people's lives are completely disrupted because they're not getting their money right now.
And they still have to pay. All right, well, coming up at 7, we all know social media can be a wild place, but now AI, once in on the action, will tell you which app's latest update is giving OnlyFans energy.
Girl.
Who out here selling ass?
Wow.
They making it easier to sell ass?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Times.
We'll talk about it.
All right. Thank you,
In these
Mimi. We'll see
trying
you next
times,
hour.
you got to find a way to make it easy for folks to sell ass.
Get it.
Shut up.
Gosh. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back to some front page news. Now, last night in sports, Major League Baseball. Does anybody still love baseball? Are they still watching baseball?
And I ain't
like
watched
that?
baseball since the 90s when everybody
Yes.
was on steroids. That's when it was a great sport.
People still do. People still
My
watch
Yankees
it.
are up out of it. All right. Well, last night the Dodgers beat the Brewers 5-1, and tonight the Blue Jays take on the Mariners. Game 3 at 8:08. Now, what's up, Mimi?
Good morning, MV, Charlamagne, Jess. How y'all doing?
Peace,
We
Mimi.
good, girl.
Good morning. Okay, so we start this hour with a Supreme Court case that could reshape how voting rights are protected in America. So today, the court is hearing a case out of Louisiana that could make it harder for Black voters to have fair representation. Now, at the center of the fight is Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act. Now, this is the part of the law that lets voters challenge political maps that weaken minority voting power. The case centers on Louisiana's latest congressional map. So a lower court ordered the state to create 2 majority Black districts instead of 1, since Louisiana's a third of its population is Black. But state leaders appealed, arguing that it's unconstitutional to factor in race when drawing political lines. Now, civil rights groups, they disagree, saying ignoring race will erase representation and take the country backwards. Now, they warn that if the court sides with Louisiana, states across the country could stop creating majority Black or Latino districts, reducing minority voices in Congress and in local government. Now, a new report from voting rights activists and advocates, they warn that overturning Section 2 could allow Republicans to redraw up to 19 House seats in favor of them before the 2026 midterm elections. And that would erase nearly 30% of the Congressional Black Caucus. The advocates are calling this case one of the biggest threats to the voting rights law in decades, warning that if the court does side with Louisiana, it could reshape democracy as we know it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Voting Rights Act will be good. I think everybody just needs to go ahead and brace themselves for that.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. But we will keep watching and bring you the updates on that. And while that's happening in Washington, over on social media, Instagram is cracking down on what teens can see and do. So this week, the platform announced new changes aimed at making the app safer and a little bit more PG-13. Now, after months of backlash over teen safety, the company says it's adding new limits on what young users can search and explore. One major change is called age gating. If an account already posts adult material like sexualized content, alcohol, or links to porn, teens will not be able to view that message or that page. It's also expanding banned search terms and hiding posts with strong language, sexual poses, risky stunts, or drug use. That's part of a broader effort to make the platform feel more PG-13, make it feel more like a PG-13 movie. Now, the updates will only apply to teen accounts, but the platform admits that many young users still lie about their age to get around restrictions. Jess, we talked about this last week about, how you can go and get around those things. But Instagram CEO said they're working to catch that while also trying to strike a balance. Let's listen to what he had to say.
I think we want parents to know. I think what we have to be careful of is the more aggressive we are about sharing with parents and the more aggressive we are about restricting down teen accounts, the more of an incentive we're creating for teens to try to lie about their age and work around it, to get a second phone, to access Instagram just through the web, to have an account that they don't tell their parents about. So it's a balance. We want to empower parents, but we also want to make sure that we're not pushing teens too hard to try and hide from their parents as well.
I understand that.
That's exactly what you were saying, Jess, last week about what could happen.
Because they're still going to get on it no matter what. They're going to find a way. The internet is very addictive to everybody, but especially kids, children.
Mm-hmm.
I know one thing.
So
I'm going to put my page on that, too, because I'm tired of seeing random TNA on my timeline.
What's TNA?
It's just one page that be popping up, and it be like a girl, and she'll have clothes on, and then like in the split second, she just be butt naked.
Oh,
and I'll be like, why is this on my page? And then it'll be like them porn bots. Them ladies will come in your comments and be like, How come?
Oh my
how
God.
come people get hard when they look at my page? I
Yeah.
ain't never been to your damn page.
Yes, I'm having sex on my story. Like they'll leave stuff on there. Yeah, it's for clickbait for people to go to their.
Well,
stories.
if you delete keywords, then you ain't got to worry about seeing that anymore. And there's somebody that we all follow that I gets paid to do that. So
I know
they have a girl
exactly who you talking about.
And I stopped following them last week. Don't say their name, but I stopped
I
following
know
them last
exactly
week.
who you talking about.
Say it.
No,
say it.
I'm not. But
So we all follow the same person, and they get paid to do it. And they'll have a girl on their page, and then they'll be naked and then back. Yeah,
just be butt. She be have on clothes and then just be butt naked. Like it can be in a random position, like sitting on the couch, and then in a split second she be butt naked on the couch. I'm like, what the hell?
But you keep watching.
No, I don't. I don't want to see that.
That's
I
crazy.
Be white girls.
Well, I don't follow this.
With some melanin in there, I might stick around.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, all these changes, they're coming after months of criticism that Meta is putting profits over safety. So again, those are teen accounts that are taking place this week. And while Instagram wants to keep things PG for teens, over on ChatGPT, things are about to get a little bit more R-rated. So OpenAI, the company behind the popular AI chatbot, says it's rolling out new features that will let verified adults use ChatGPT for romantic or sexual chats. So the company says it's part of its new Treat Adults Like Adults policy, giving grown-ups more freedom to use the app however they want. So starting in December, verified users will be able to customize ChatGPT's personality, including more human-like, flirty, or emotional responses. And yes, that includes allowing adult conversations for users who can prove they're over 18.
That's
Now,
crazy.
OpenAI,
You know what, Mimi? I tried to
Yes.
have a little sexual conversation with my chat. Yo, they wouldn't do it. That's so funny that they starting to do that.
Come back in December because
Yo.
it is rolling out.
Come back in December. It's hilarious.
Because OpenAI says they will. Okay, so they're going to use age prediction technology to keep minors out. So if the system gets it wrong, you'll have to upload your photo ID to prove your age. Now, critics, they say the move could open the door for problems, especially with vulnerable users. But supporters say it's about personal freedom and letting adults decide for themselves.
Yes.
Yes. That is all you in December.
Won't you
It'll be
decide to
ready
go talk to somebody real?
I mean, but for the people who can't do that, what you want them to do?
I find somebody, man. Go decide to look in somebody's eyes. You know what I'm saying? To have a conversation with a person.
I know.
You just gonna talk to them on ChatGPT?
But look, like that's for like the Ed Geins of the world. You know what I mean? Who can't be around people who he does freakish things.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT need to be used for the Ed Geins of the world.
I don't know, man. I think that this young generation really missing out on real cheeks, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Ain't nothing I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't think nothing gonna ever be real cheeks, but that's just my personal opinion. Don't listen to me, okay?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Jess, I'm gonna need some more information about what you were putting in chat.
I got you. I'm gonna text you. I try to get Chat hot and bothered. He was like, I don't do that. Yes.
Okay, well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow the Black Information Network, download the iHeartRadio app, or visit BINnews.com.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Mimi.
girl.
Hold up. Every day I wake up.
Wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?